Hi all, welcome to another interesting session on SAP product costing. Today we are going to look into cost component structure. Okay, the very word topic indicates its meaning. What components comprises the cost? So let us say I am either making a semi-finished good or a finished good. There are certain costs that gets incurred, right? For example, the cost of raw materials that is consumed in the production of the SFG or FG, the activities that you apply, the labor, the machine, how many hours of machine has run to produce one unit of this thing, your SFG or FG, how much of fuel is consumed, how much of power is consumed. On top of that, any indirect overheads, and then marketing costs. All of these are various costs that can go as a cost component of your SFG or FG. Fair enough. I am now going to the second page, next sheet. Okay, let's look at it. What we have, cost component structure. So this is what I explained to you. So when you have a material, you are producing something, you consume your raw materials, right? Okay, you consume your raw materials, then you have packing costs. You may even consume semi-finished goods to produce a finished good. It is possible, right? Then we have labor costs, machine costs, power costs, fuel costs. These are applied to, let's say the cost collector is production order. Let's say cost collector is production order. Onto the production order, you load further costs, labor costs, machine costs, power costs, fuel costs. How does this cost get loaded? Okay, all these are done through component structure. I'll show it to you. Then you have indirect material, indirect labor, insurance cost. We will load it to the semi-finished good or finished good which we are producing using overhead costing, right? We have another feature in SAP called template allocation. So let us say you have one common service center, repairs and repair service center. Okay, that for that repair center is common for multiple products, etc. So you can charge back to various production orders based on quantity, okay, certain portion of those costs using the feature called template allocation. Now there are two types of planning you do, cost planning. One is which is activity dependent. The other set of costs are activity independent. For example, staff welfare cost, telephone expenses, right? Internet expenses, communication costs, let's say office expenses, research and development. These are some of the costs which are not directly traceable to the product, right? So you may want to apply it to the current goods you are producing on some factor. So you can use another feature called splitting structure. So here I have three different expenses: research and development, office expenses, staff welfare, etc., which you can apply based on any of the activity here. Let me just say, okay, you do not have a direct activity for this cost independent. When you do planning also, all right, in the beginning of the year annual operating plan, you will plan it without any correlation to activity, but you still want to load it to your production as a cost. So in that case you will charge the cost in an using the splitting structure to one of those existing activities. Let me put an arrow here and show it to you. So these cost I will load it to one of these internal activity, right? I will show this also to you. So there is a separate session where I cover this. Okay, then let me go to the next slide. Okay, let me remove this arrow. Okay, now come back to the pointer. Okay, so you have raw materials, you have labor costs, indirect costs, then you have the what I said, through template allocation you brings few other costs, and then okay, then you have research and few other costs. All these things, through various techniques and tools or functionalities in SAP, you charge it to your cost of goods manufactured. All right. All these put together represents your cost sheet. In SAP, we call it cost component structure. Right. In SAP, we call it cost component structure. And let me read it out. This is from SAP's help. The cost component structure determines how the results of material costings are updated. The cost component structure groups the cost for each material. So the cost component structure, I'm sorry, let us say you have four accounts which constitutes your labor cost: salaries, wages, remuneration. So all these costs I want to charge it to my right. I will aggregate it and charge it to the cost of each unit of production. Okay. Similarly, you have what all questions it tries to answer. Which of the parts of the costs are fixed cost? You can determine certain cost raw materials, a certain portion of certain cost as fixed and the other part as variable. For example, power cost, you can say power cost is completely variable. It is incidental to the unit of production, the quantity of production. But what about the power cost of your office building? How do you want to charge it? Do you want to say it as fixed cost? You can create another cost component and mark it as power cost fixed. That is also possible. Which of costs are cost of goods manufactured? Which of those costs are sales administration cost? Then which costs are relevant for stock valuation? Okay. So now it also helps you which costs are relevant for stock valuation, commercial inventory valuation, and tax inventory valuation. You can have three different, prices. One based on your internal stock valuation. You may want to add up certain costs like taxes, etc., and say that this is the cost of product as per tax valuation. As per commercial inventory valuation, what is my price? So you might want to charge different prices, right? So that is also possible using cost component structure. There are certain costs which you can say that this is only for relevant for stock valuation. That is possible. Main cost component split. This is the main principal cost component split. Apart from that, you have auxiliary cost component split. Okay, but this cannot be used for standard cost estimate. It is only for reporting purposes. When I do it, you will understand what I am talking about. So just let me go here. So the next slide. So we are going to create all these GL account firstly, all these GL accounts, and then we are going to assign them to these cost component IDs here. So let me first create the cost components. I think I have already done the consumption accounts. What I now need to do is the activity costs. So let me go to the GL account and create certain secondary cost elements. So namely 943,001 to 6. Okay. So let me do that for you. So go to FS00. I will create one of them. Okay, this is the B100. Okay, you are in B100 company code. I will create a new account 943 5 zeros 1 2 3 4 5 and 1. Okay, I'm creating this 943,001. So did I do a mistake? 5 plus 4. Oh, this is wrong. So I have to put 6 zeros, FS00. So let me create it. 943 6 zeros and then 1. Okay, done. So this is my secondary cost element. Select secondary cost element. Account group is 43 series. So I will have somewhere here 943 series. So this is labor activity. Labor activity. Okay. So I'll select this, copy it. So the only main difference here is that you have to select cost element category as 43. For all internal activity allocation, you choose 43 as the series. Okay, just say 43 and then create field status group. I'll say these are cost accounts. So I'll say G004 is the account. Post these automatically, which is correct. You cannot post them directly. Save it. So now you can see 943,001 account is created. So similarly, I will create machine cost, etc. But instead of creating them, I will rather copy it from another company code where I have created this. So let me go to T100. Okay. So you have this internal activity. So I'll just select this machine costs, copy it, and I'll copy it to B100. Okay. So same G004, everything remains same. Only thing is description, I don't have to type it. So I just save it. So now go to 943, select B, the company code, save it. Okay. the navigation pane still remains on your source company code. Okay, all of these are getting created on my B100. When I switch over to B100, you will see that all these accounts are created, secondary cost elements. Okay, B, save. So I have created 6 accounts, quality costs, B, save. Okay. Then I'll go to the PowerPoint. Let me see what is the next set of accounts. I have to create overhead costing related account 941 series. So let me do that. So I'll go here. I'll create them as overheads 941 series. I'll create it. Here for overheads, look at the cost element category is 41. Okay, that is the difference here. Okay, the cost element category is 41. Save. Okay, let me reconnect to the server. Okay, I'll create I'll save this one. Okay, create the next account. Okay, save it. No, it is in B100. Save. Then select the next account. Click on copy as and then B100. Then save. So all these accounts are now created. I need to create certain indirect expenses. This is direct expenses. So I need to create all these GL accounts as well. Okay, primary cost elements. So from 310 onwards, I'll simply directly create it. Okay, B100. There is another way, there is a shortcut way also, FB16, where you can give us entire GL accounts and copy it. The reason I am not doing it is, as and when required, I want to show you how these GL accounts are integrated with various elements like OBYC or cost component, splitting structure, etc. So that is the reason I am doing it in piecemeal basis. But there is an option where you can copy the entire chart of accounts, which I have used it before also. So I am not making use of that now. Okay, now saved it. So I'll copy this and then I'll say B100, you copy it. Okay, these are primary cost elements. Here the cost element category will be 1. Okay, remember that for these set of accounts here which I am creating 401 series, it is cost element category is 1. Let me just check cost accounts. These are the two things which you need to keep in mind. Okay, otherwise the description is here. Okay, type description. So if you write to me, I will give you, I don't need 312. So I will, okay, let me just save it. Save it. Okay. Now these are not meant for direct postings. Okay. These are not meant for direct postings. We will book entries. So that's why I did not select post automatically only. Okay. Then remuneration I am not taking. I'll take the machine cost B100. Okay. Again, you see cost element category is 1. These are primary cost elements. Okay. Save. Okay, save. Fuel cost, save. And then salaries, repairs and maintenance, copy to your company code, save. Quality cost, save. Okay, indirect material cost, B100, save. These are primary costs. The other one which I created was for overhead purposes. B100, save. Insurance cost, B100, save. Okay, research and development cost, these are the important. B100, save. I'm going to use this for splitting structure purpose. B100, save. And then staff welfare, save. Okay, so I have created all these GL accounts now. If it is required that I need some few more GL accounts, I'll again go back and create it. So now, as of now, you go to company code B100. Okay, expenses SAP. Okay, I have created all these price variance account, overhead accounts, direct expense accounts, all these GL accounts are done. So how to create cost component structure? Okay, so the T code is OKTZ, but I'll show you the path. Go to controlling. Okay, go to product cost controlling, cost object controlling, product cost by order, basic settings. Wait, one second. No, wait. Cost center accounting. Wait, sorry for that. Product cost controlling, product cost object controlling. You need to find it here. For some reason you are not getting it here. Okay, overhead you are getting. Define manufacturing orders. Once again, sorry for the path. OKTZ is in product cost planning. I was in a different node. Basic settings, you can see here, define cost component structure. Here go to additional information. I'll show you the T code, IMG activity. Here it is OKTZ. Now this is not an activity which you do every time, only during the greenfield implementation you do this, okay? So you don't even disturb your cost component structure. It's a one-time activity. For if you are a support project, you don't even have to worry about this one. So you just consume it. So OKTZ is a T code. Say OK. Okay. Now I have few cost component structures are already created. I will create it afresh. I'll show you. So our company code is B1. So new entries, I'll select as B1. So this is relevant to B100 main cost component structure. I'll create another one B2. B2 is B100's auxiliary for reporting purpose, auxiliary CCS. That's all. I'm creating both of them. Save. Now there is a ping to create each of these individually. So first select B1 and what are the cost component IDs that I said I will create. So back. So if you look at the PPT, I said we will create cost component ID so many up till 220. All right. All of these we will be creating. Now I have an Excel where I have kept all these things. So I can copy it from Excel, the descriptions. Okay. So you can see these are the GL accounts and these are the cost component ID which I will give. The first one is material consumption. So let me go here to SAP. So I'll define cost component structure is B1. In B1, my cost component ID is 010. So this is material consumption account. This has both fixed and variable costs. Roll up this cost to semi-finished goods, etc., finished goods, etc. This cost is relevant to cost of goods manufactured. It is relevant for inventory valuation and relevant for fixed and variable costs. It is relevant for tax inventory. It is not relevant for transfer price surcharge, and that's all. So these things you will create it and save it. Save it. Now goes to cost component. Select your B1. Check the cost component ID. You already have this. Save. Is it issuing any message? No, it's already saved. So back. So you can see now this cost component ID is created. Select this B1 and assign the cost components. So if I go to the cost components here and new entries, I'll have to say K1. Okay, not K1, B1. B1 is my cost component structure. B100 is my chart of accounts. From which cost element I wanted to pick up all the values. So from this one, okay, to 09. Right, till 09 I wanted to pick up raw material cost. Done. Cost component ID is 10, 010, 10, save. See, it automatically brings material component structure, save. But only one ID is created. What about the next one? So next one, new entries. I'll go to B1, say 020. It is, what is it? Packing cost, right? Packing cost. I'll select packing cost. Okay. This is also relevant for all of these. Just save. Okay. Packing costs and save. Done. Okay. I'll assign the cost components ID collectively. So now go to the next entry here, blank. It will automatically give you a free space. B1, I'm going to create 030 and 030 I will assign it to semi-finished goods. Okay. Say save. Then go to the next entry. Say B1. Go to 040 and select labor cost. Labor cost and save. Then go to the next ID B1 and 050. 050 is machine cost. Machine cost is also relevant for cost of goods manufactured, etc. So I am just leaving other settings as it is and save it. Go to the next entry. Now I'll assign B1 060. 060 is the power cost. Okay, save. Go to the next entry, B1 070, fuel cost, say enter, save. Go to the next entry, B1 80, 80 is repairs and maintenance. Okay, save repairs and maintenance. Here enter, save. Then 90, 90 is your quality cost. So is quality cost and save. Then 100, B1 100. Okay, in 100 I'll say indirect material cost. Okay, save. Okay, I'll show you how it works also. For any of the product cost estimate I will show it to you, both auxiliary and this one. Now let me go to the next one. Next entry, B1 cost component ID is 110. 110 is indirect labor, so assign indirect labor, save. Then click on B1 120. 120 is my insurance cost, so I say insurance cost. Done. Save. Then I wanted to create one more, three more in fact. B1, okay, I will create it as research and development. What is the ID? 130, 130. Save. I'm not just creating one or two. I have taken this structure from one of my earlier projects and I'm showing it to you. Save. Next. B1 140. 140 would be my office expenses. So here go office expenses, save. Okay. Next 150. B1 and 150. Staff welfare. Staff welfare, save. Then go back, B1 160. So what is 160? I have not saved it in the Excel, so let me go and build that structure. So I have few more which I will be using for advanced scenarios. So like 160, 170, all of these I will be creating. So let me just copy this, go back to Excel, save this. Only staff welfare has come, escape. Okay, copy this, copy, go to Excel, save this and make it black font. Okay, you have subcontracting. Okay, 160 is subcontracting charges. So go to SAP. So 160 is subcontracting. Say enter, save. Okay, next B1 170. Okay, this is external processing, I believe. Yeah, external operations. Done, save. Next structure is 180. 180 is your byproduct. B1 180 byproduct, save. B1 190 additive cost, save. Okay, save. The next one, there is a small change, please note it. Next one, B1 200. 200 is others. Okay, there is no change here. 210 there will be a change, save. Done. Next I am going to do B1, I'll call it 250. Okay, here it is for group valuation. Here we will not select any of these, not relevant, not relevant, not relevant. Okay, not relevant, but it is relevant for company code. This particular markup, whatever I will be doing, it is relevant for only group valuation, then I will save it. Okay, it will not reflect in cost component. It will create, there will be a separate column called delta profit. It will reflect there. So save. Okay, then next one, similarly profit center valuation, B1 260. Okay, I'll say profit center valuation. So I'll say profit center valuation here. Okay, this is not relevant again for any of these things. Not relevant, not relevant, not relevant. It is only relevant to profit center. Okay, then save. Okay. Now let me show you the cost component structure. So you have all these cost component structure, but none of these have accounts, right? You don't have accounts against it. So I'll select all of these and I will assign collectively. Instead of doing it individually, I'll do it collectively. So till staff welfare, I'll do it. Okay. Go to assignment of component costs, say new entries. So here I need to now assign all of these accounts, right? So what I will do, I will say it's K1, K1, T1, B1 is my structure, chart of accounts is B100. Okay, I'll copy this. Okay, your cost component ID is the next column, so I will say one at a time. Let's say next is GL account, so I will bring the GL account here. These GL accounts I will bring it here. Control X, Control V. Okay, I have to go to one more cell and say Control V. Okay, I have to insert a row. Okay, done. Let me see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the cost component ID. So I'll take this Control minus. So I have already assigned the material consumption. So I have to assign all these accounts. So what I will do, I'll copy all of these till here directly and paste it. You also do it the same way. So I have done all these things. Say enter. It will give you an error message saying that do ignore that error message, just save it. Save. Done. So your cost component structure, now you can go back and select any of these repair and maintenance. In repairs and maintenance is assigned to 80 and the account is 005. Let me just check. Repairs and maintenance is assigned to 80 and the cost element category is cost element is 005, secondary cost element. So it is correct. Now we'll go and create auxiliary cost component structure. So this B2, I will create only three component IDs, new entries, 10. So it is B2. Okay. In B2, 10 represents material cost. Okay. Save. I'll create one more in B2. Call it 20. I'll say conversion cost. Save. B3 is 30 is others. So it is B2. B2 is your auxiliary structure. 30 is others. Save. So now I'll assign all the GL accounts. So go to cost component ID, cost component structure B2, cost component with IDs, select the material cost and assign all the GL accounts now. Look at it, what I will assign. So this one here, B100, okay, for all the material accounts, but select all the cost elements. So here I will assign, but this will not be 1.9. Instead, what I will do, I will give 139 or 29. 120 is FSG, so I'll give 139. So up till 140, I'll say these are my material costs. Enter. So this is cost component structure is B2. Done. So now you enter the conversion cost also. From here itself we can enter. So here I will say 941 to 941 009. So this is assigned to 20. I can give one more also for 20, B2, B100. I'll give 943 series. 943 here I have given. Here 943 009. Okay. This is getting assigned to conversion cost. These are also my conversion costs. Enter. So one more is here B2. B100 is the chart of accounts. I'll assign these accounts. But this is splitting structure, right? It will come through splitting structure. So I don't need this. So I'll remove this. These costs I will assign through splitting structure. So it will come automatically in the 941 series. So I'll not give this. And here I'll say, okay. So I have something called B3 others. So in B3, B100, I'll give this 400. It's not B3, it's B2. Sorry, B2, B100. So 400 to 490. Okay, I'll assign it to 30. B2 done. Save. So this is the auxiliary cost component structure. So let me show you. So you have a multiple cost component structure. Let me once again go back. So many of them are there. B1, B2 is our cost component structure. So I need to activate them. So I am activating them. And then primary cost split also I am activating, and save preliminary cost estimate. Done. Now for my company code I have to assign these B1 and B2. So go to assignment organization units here. Okay, here you select K100 is there. Okay, so what I will do, I will create some new entry. So for my company code B100, for plant, all the plants, for all the costing variant from 1/1/2024, you make use of cost component structure B1, for which the auxiliary cost component structure is B2. You can assign only one auxiliary cost component structure here. That's it. This is a setting that you need to do for your company code. What is the cost component structure? Then during the CO configuration, I said that this cost component structure we will assign in the versions which I will show you. Okay. Now which table has these entries? So if I go here, so select function F1, click here technical details. You can see here the table name is, this is the view VCK07. I'll go to CK07 and show you this particular structure. /O SE16 and CK07. This is for cost component structure. Okay, this is not the one. Let me recheck. So it is F1 should be there, function F1, technical details. It should be V_CK07. Go to the table joins. It is TCK07. The table name is TCK07. This is how you can find out the associated table name. Sometimes you do not get that one. So it is TCK07. Enter. So if I execute it, see, you have already created for B100 company code. You have created, these are the cost component structure and auxiliary cost component structure, right? Now I'll show you how to, what is the purpose of this cost component structure. So CK13, and I'll display one of the cost component structure. So let's say T101 underscore SFG underscore 001. Done. So this is for plant T101 and costing variant is PPC1. Okay. Okay. Now look here, this is the cost component itemization view. Okay. Now if you see this button here, click here. Okay. This is a different plant which I have configured. Okay. So this is exactly the cost component structure you are getting. Can you see this? So you have consumption, raw materials, packing cost, semi-finished goods. All of these are coming here because of the, in the cost component structure you have assigned it. Okay, my mistake. So it is, again go here, click on this button here, cost components. So let me just pull it up. Okay, see all your repair cost, subcontracting, welfare cost, etc. Now you want to see what is the auxiliary cost component. Click on this button here. So you select auxiliary cost component, which is only for reporting purposes. So you can see 10,952. All of these are grouped in just 3 heads: materials, conversion cost, overheads. Right? Overheads has come here, but I have grouped overheads and conversion cost. I will change it back to overheads. So this 10,952, this is what, using the standard cost estimate, will get updated in the material master. Look at this 10,952. Now I'll go to this material master. I'll go to the accounting one view. I'll show it to you. See, 10,952. So the standard cost estimate collected all your planned cost, right? Aggregated it, helped you determine the standard cost estimate, and when you execute the standard cost estimate and mark and release functionality, it comes and gets saved as the standard cost estimate. This is how cost component structure is useful. Then another aspect is if you go to material price analysis, okay, now you can see the cost component structure gives you this breakup. See, what are the labor costs? What is the price difference that has come? This is the price. What is the price difference that has come along with this one? What are the machine costs? It will help you understand all of this. Cost component. What is the component of this 10,952? It gives you the complete breakup. This way you can even use this cost component structure for material ledger also. Now there was one setting which I said I will show you. I remember it is OKKP in cost component structure. Is it there or is it in the version? Let me just check. I think it is in the version, not here. OKKN. Let me just say OKKN. I'll show you the path also. Not here. So it is in version /n SIMG controlling, general controlling, then organization, maintain controlling area, maintain versions. Let me see in maintain versions. Okay, select your version, controlling area settings. So my controlling area is B100. Select the version, settings for each fiscal year. Select, click on 2024, come to price calculation. In price calculation, you give your cost component structure B1. Got it? This is another place where you will do the settings. Okay, just click on save. Done. Very, very important. Save. Back. Done. That's all with respect to cost component structure. So I have shown you what is cost component structure, what is auxiliary cost component structure, what is the purpose of it. We went into an existing material and I showed you how it helps you determine the cost estimate. Then I showed you the material ledger and how it gives you the breakup of the cost components of your semi-finished good or finished good, etc. And I also showed you how you in the costing you have to assign it in the costing version, right? This particular place, maintain version. I thought it is OKKN. Let me just check the T code. IMG activity. It is OKEQ. It's OKEQ. Okay. So now go back to your PowerPoint. Okay. I have done all of these. All these settings I have done. Alright. Okay. Then we will be covering extensively other topics also. So thank you very much for your patience. Okay. If you do have friends who need to upskill, please do refer my content. Thank you very much. Have a great day.